Hi, Mr. Burton here. Today we're going to be creating a Christmas card using HTML code. Now the card will look like something like this in the end. Depending on how far you get, you might get the sleigh shooting across the screen like that, or static in the middle, the Merry Christmas lights flashing red and green, and maybe even you could get up to changing the background image like this, or even changing the picture like that. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is download a program called VS Code, and this is what it looks like. And to go do it, you need to go to your area and click on either one of these. Now if it says Darwin, that's the Mac one, and VS Code user setup x64 is the Windows version. Whichever one you need to do, download that. If you don't have access to that, then you can just go to the internet and type in VS Code, and it should come up. There it is there, and you go to this one for Windows and that one for Mac. Okay, once you've got into it, there's probably a welcome screen, and somewhere around here there'll be a new, or you just go up to File, click New File, and there it is. Now again, if you've got access to this script, the next thing to do is go to here and copy all these sections that have to be in a web page into your HTML. If you don't have that, you'll just have to copy it out by hand. There's a number of areas here we'll go through during the tutorial. Now, first thing to do is save this, so you go File and Save. Now for Windows users, I want you to type Christmas card and then save as type, and we're going to choose HTML. For Mac users, you're actually going to have to type it yourself, so you can type Christmas card and then go capital HTML. Okay, otherwise it won't work, and it will give you an option somewhere down here where you want to save it. Make sure it's not Macintosh HD hard disk, because it won't save there. You need to save somewhere else. Also, Mac users may have some problems with permissions with downloading as well. You might need to go to your privacy and permissions folder and allow the program to run. Okay, so I click on Save, and if it's successfully done, you'll find that it turns blue like that. Okay, if you have that, you're ready to go. Now the first thing we're going to do is actually close it and open it again just to test. So you need to know where you saved it to. So if you're not too sure, go Save As and see if you can find it, and I would need to choose HTML to make sure it's the right one. And there it is there. It's in USB drive Christmas card. So I go to there, click on USB drive and Christmas stuff, sorry. Oh, that wouldn't be it. Christmas card movie, there it is. And there it is there. Now, we should have closed this because it's a certain test. So close it there. That's my other one up, I'll show you that later. And then just double click on it, and it will turn into a blank HTML document. Now I'm going to make that half size so I can see one and the other at the same time, and as you can see, you can't see the code, so that's a bit of a problem. So what we need to do is go right click and then open with code. Now mine's here. You will probably have to go to open with and scroll down to Visual Studio Code. If you can't find it there, then you go choose another app, and then again scroll down until you see Visual Studio Code. Now if you can't get VS Code for any reason, you can use Notepad for Windows people, and Text Edit for Mac people, although you have to change the default quotes because it can cause problems. Anyway, I can't find it here. So I'm just, well, look for an app on this PC, and then you have to search through it all. I'll try VS Code. No. Okay, well, I'm going to cancel that, try again, and I know it's right there, or it's right here. Okay, that's probably why it wasn't in my others, because it was right at the top. So click on that, and back we have it. Now, as you can see, there's a blank screen, and up here is called title. Mac users, you'll see it in a different place. We're going to change that, and we're going to go and change it to Merry Christmas. Basically, you can call it whatever you like. Now click save on this side, and then go to this side and click refresh, and you'll see it comes up here. Okay, and that's the title. The next thing we're going to do is go to the body. Now the body is the place where everything that you see on the page occurs. So anything that you write in any of the other areas just won't show up. The only thing that will show up is in here. So the first thing we're going to do is shift click, open straight bracket, which is basically a less than sign, and go H1, and then we're going to give it an identification because we're going to be using it later, and we're going to go ID equals open quotes, and we're going to call it heading. So HEADING. Now if you see something that occurs like that where there's already a word there, make sure you do not use that word, because that will confuse the computer and cause problems that you don't know about. So we're going to call it heading, H-E-A-D, I forgot the D. Okay, and then close that with basically a greater than sign, and you'll see it automatically comes up with an end H1, and then we're going to type Merry Christmas. Okay, and save that. And then we go over here and we see there it is there. Now a couple of things about that. It's not centered, and also it's not red. So this time we're going to go into the style section, and because we've already given this an ID, we can get hold of that by going hashtag heading. Now notice it all goes yellow. That means there's something wrong. It doesn't know what you're doing, a bit like in Khan Academy for those who do it there. But once we do the open curly bracket, which is above the enter key, and you have to go shift and click the curly bracket, and it will give you an uncurly bracket, hit enter, and that'll be fine. It's still a bit yellow, but it will get used to that in a minute, because it'll recognize this and this. As long as it's spelt correctly, matches. Good, it does. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go, now I'm going to check, because I've done this before and I need to make sure that I have it correctly. Okay, so we have, I called it Merry here. There's the Merry. So Merry is a font size of 800%, which makes it really big. So we go to Christmas card and we go font dash, and you'll probably see it down here. There it is there, font size. So if you click on that, it will automatically complete it with the correct spelling and everything, which is always a good idea. And then 800%. Okay, save that, see what that does, refresh, and wow, that's big. Okay, and it will turn into a straight line if you do it full screen. You can change it to a different size if you like. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to change it to red. So we go color. Now this is the American spelling always, because it was made in America and they like making us do what they want to do. So color light blue. Any color you see there you can just type in. Otherwise you can use red, green, blue, or hexadecimal numbers if you know what that is. And we don't want light blue, sorry, we want red for Santa Claus. Okay, save that, click in here, click refresh, and there we have a red Merry Christmas. Okay, next we're going to do a background, and we'll just go above, hit enter, and it's actually called the body. So we go, just type, because it's an element, we don't even have to do hashtag, we just go body. and open curly brackets, enter, and then we're going to go background color. If you lose that writing, you know you've probably made a spelling error. So background colors there, so I'm just going to click on that, and we want the light blue there. Click on light blue, save it, and we now have Merry Christmas with a light blue background. We're doing well. Let's have a look at the full size thing so far. Oh, we need to center it, don't we? Otherwise it looks a bit lopsided. So we go text align, TEXT dash, or click on here, and center is that one. Click on save again, and there we have it. Text align, all centered nicely. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in an image. Now the best kind of images are GIFs because they're moving. So, and I like sleighs, so I'm going to go to the internet and search for a sleigh GIF. So SLEIGH GIF. You can see I've already searched that, but anyway, there it is there. And click on something that looks interesting, but more will come up in a minute. Perhaps that one. And over here are the bits that you're interested in. You can see it's moving around all the time. I have a particular favorite one, but maybe I'll try something. Problem with this one is it has a background, so we're not going to use that. You need something with a white background, and that's because if you see those squares there, that means it's completely transparent. Okay, and that means it won't have this horrible white square going across. And let's see, what about that one? No, that's static, we don't want that. If I go back to where I was before, I'll just click on this again, scroll down. Not that one, but here it is here. Okay, and no, that's another white one. Oh no, it's gone translucent. So that's the one I had, except I had it the other way around. But I'll have to survive for the moment. Alright, now, to get that, what you do is you right click on it, and you go copy image address. Okay, so copy that, and then we go to our code, and in the body again we go open bracket, the less than sign, IMG, which is image, and then src for source, src equals, and open quote, and then paste the address in. Okay, and then close the image tag. Did you notice it was red down here? That means there's something wrong, so have a look around, make sure everything's good, close that, save it, go to your Christmas thing, hit refresh, and nothing happens. How unusual. Okay, let's have a look at it again. Image source, it all looks good from here, it's in the body. Right click. Okay. Now, if there's something going wrong, one thing you can do is click on inspect, and this thing comes up here, console. A cookie associated with a cross-site resource was set without the same site. Okay, so basically I've done something wrong, so I'm going to delete this one. Don't know what happened, but anyway, I'm going to go back to the Christmas. I'm going to try again, maybe with that one first. See if I can find, see more, scroll down. Well, the problem with the see more is it's lost my address finder. Okay, I'm just going to pause and then find it. I'll be back with you. Okay, I finally found my favorite one. I don't know whether it's the correct one, but it'll do. Right click, copy image address, go to your page, and then, oh, we need to do the whole thing. Open bracket, image, img, src equals, and then open quotes, paste. Now if you see that it's gone to the left like that, what you can do is you can go to view and toggle word wrap, which means it wraps around so you can see everything you're doing. And now you can see that you need to close that and save it. Go to our web page, and hopefully this time, ta-da, there it is. Okay, now again it's not on the left hand side, but because it's not text, doing text align, which is this one here, is not going to work. So we need to find something else. And first thing we need to do is give it an ID so we can actually get hold of it and do things to it. So we're going to go ID equals and open quotes, and we'll call it sleigh, S-L-E-I-G-H. Okay, and then up in the style section, we can then get hold of the sleigh by going hashtag sleigh, open curly brackets, hit enter, so we have space in the middle. Notice that these have gone without the underline, but that one's still there. It will eventually find out that it's down there, and it all will be good. Now I'll just make sure I have the right thing, and if I go, I think I called it sleigh. No, I called it move. So we need, okay, not that one, let's try this one. Sleigh, position absolute. Okay, so we just placed it in there. So we go to our Christmas card and we go, what was it? Position absolute. That means wherever on the screen you put it, it doesn't move even if you put other stuff around it. So position absolute, and you'll see the text coming up again, and then we'll go left colon, and we'll start at 40%, which starts it pretty much in the middle of the screen. Semicolon to finish, save it, go over here, hit refresh, and nothing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now it's all in the center, and things are looking good so far. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, and the last thing we're going to do in this tutorial, is to get a nice background. So far we've got the background color, but this time we're going to get a background image. So I'm going to, now I like the moving ones, but you can choose what you like, and we're going to go close out of that one and come in here and go Christmas background. And that should come up with some nice ones. You can choose something like this if you like, which doesn't animate, or come with something a little bit more busy but interesting, is Christmas background GIF or Christmas GIF. Let's try that. And there's the one I had before. I might try something else this time. What about this one? Oh, I think that's a bit busy. We'd better not have that as a background, or we'll never see what we're doing. How about this one? Is it a GIF? We'll have to wait a little bit while it's thinking. You can see by the line down here, and here it goes. So it's a nice snowy thing. That looks very nice. So right click, copy image address, go to your VS Code document, and then we need to go up here, and in front of that, instead of background color, and this will place it on top of the background color, you go background image. There it is there, and it's already put that in, which is nice. And we actually have to go URL and then open normal brackets, then quotes, and then paste it in. Now it's a very short one, so I'm not too sure whether that's going to work, but I'll just check over here, background image, URL, open bracket, and there, that looks good. Let's come over here, save, go to our Christmas thing, refresh, and oh, that doesn't look too good, does it? And what's happened, it's a small picture that doesn't fill this frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we're going to go image size, dash Okay, that's not right, so let's have a look. Background size, that's what it is. So we go here, delete that, we go background dash size, oh, not equals, sorry, dash size, there it is there. And then we're going to go either auto, but probably not. We're going to go 100% or cover. Let's try see what cover does. Okay, save, hit there and refresh, and there we have it. I think that's a bit big. It's probably a bit tall, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, smaller, sorry. So instead of cover, I'm going to go 90%. 90%. Save that. Click on refresh, and almost there. You see it repeats a bit, but also got some of the snow at the front. And when we put our sleigh down on the snow, I think that's enough snow. What do you think? Okay, and last thing we'll do is just put the sleigh onto the snow. And what we need to do to that, we've got a left position for that sleigh. Let's do a top position as well. Top, and from the top, I reckon about 75%. Down from the top of the screen to the bottom should do it. So click save, hit refresh. Okay, maybe 80% because she's still hovering over the ground. So change that to 80%. Oh, not 98%, that didn't work. 80. Click save, click refresh, and there we go, skimming over the snow. Okay, now in the next video I'll show you how to make the Merry Christmas flash off and on and make the sleigh go forwards and backwards. So hope it works out well for you, and see you later.